So my name is Jocelyn Colella. I'm the curator of mammals at the Biodiversity Institute at the University of Kansas, and I'm a professor of ecology and evolutionary biology, so in EEB department. I currently teach computer science for biologists, and in the near future, I'll be teaching mammalogy. And I typically teach currently every other spring. That is a great question. I think I stumbled into it more than chose it. Growing up, I loved animals and I didn't really know other career paths besides being a veterinarian. And in undergrad, I signed up for a tropical biology course that took us to Costa Rica and we got to do field work for the first time. And that was when I realized I could do that for a job. And I have not looked back since. My favorite class to teach is definitely computer science for biologists. It's the first class I've offered at KU and it maxed out in enrollment. I'll be teaching it next spring. I hope that students gain a basic ability to interact with their computers. I don't want biologists to be afraid of our computers. We're working with really big data now, whether it's genetic data or fossil data or morphology data, and we can't do data analyses by eye anymore. So we really need our computers to be working with us and for us. And I want to empower biologists to embrace working on a computer. I think KU Biology does a great job recognizing that biology as a career path has changed through time, and we are constantly updating our program to make sure that our students are competitive for jobs. And I think computer science is one of those tools that is required now in a way that it previously was not. So I think we do a good job updating our curriculum. So I research evolutionary genomics of mammals. I specifically look at hybridization, adaptation, and host pathogen interactions. And I remember when I was starting my master's that I said, I really like animals, I like behavior, but I'm not super into genetics. And my advisor encouraged me to try genetics. And I absolutely loved it. I felt like it was a very objective, interesting way to look at the world. And that is now why I do what I do, because I feel like genetics can explain at least part of a lot of things we see in the natural world. I do mentor students. I'm currently recruiting students. I would say I'm a fairly hands-off mentor. I want students to be able to explore research space, but I also want them to have someone who can ask questions, think about different systems, and kind of design a realistic project. So choose your own adventure, but supportive. Students in my lab get to do all sorts of things. We kind of have them experience the breadth of mammalogy. So that includes dissection and necropsy of specimens, specimen preparation, so skin, skeletal, and tissue material, data collection, data entry and analysis, and molecular laboratory work like DNA extractions, PCR, and sequencing. So I like anything that's outside. I'm a big time mountain biker. I'm also a whitewater kayaker and I love swimming. Oh, I love the Lawrence River trails. I really enjoy mountain biking over there. Of course I did. My favorite class was probably population genetics because I think it was the first time that a math class finally felt relevant to something I cared about, which was biology. My neat fact that always blows people away is that before I was a biologist, I was a dolphin trainer. So I used to train dolphins.